Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet, the Hawaii story behind the headlines. 4 of Hollywood's biggest names. 1 private island getaway. 2 famous sisters. 2 of the most talked about relationships in the celebrity world. And a timeline that has left fans asking one very simple question: were Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, Kylie Jenner, and Timothée Chalamet really together in Hawaii for Kylie Jenner's 29th birthday? Before we get into the details, make sure you stay with us until the end, because the real story is more complicated than the headline suggests. And if you follow Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner, Jacob Elordi, or Timothée Chalamet, hit like, subscribe, and tell us in the comments which couple you think has the stronger connection. Here's where the story gets interesting. Photos and reports earlier this year put Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi together in Hawaii, where the pair were seen enjoying private time on the island of Kauai. Their appearance immediately sent celebrity news and social media into overdrive because, by that point, dating rumors surrounding the supermodel and the Australian actor had already been building for weeks. But there is an important distinction that should not be overlooked. The Hawaii trip took place in May 2026, months before Kylie Jenner's 29th birthday on August 10th. So while Kendall and Jacob were indeed linked to a Hawaii getaway, the available reporting does not establish that the 4 stars were all in Hawaii together for Kylie's birthday. Instead, the 4 were later photographed together in Los Angeles, creating a very different but equally fascinating story. And that distinction matters, because once Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi became linked romantically, every appearance involving Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet suddenly became part of the same conversation. It was almost as if 2 celebrity storylines had collided. On one side was Kendall Jenner, one of the most recognizable supermodels in the world, and Jacob Elordi, the Australian actor whose profile had exploded through projects including Euphoria and major Hollywood films. On the other side was Kylie Jenner, the beauty mogul and reality television star, and Timothée Chalamet, one of Hollywood's most prominent young actors. Together, the 4 represented one of the most unexpected celebrity circles of 2026. And then came Hawaii. In May, Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi were photographed during a private-looking beach outing on Kauai. Reports described the 2 sitting close together and appearing focused on each other. Kendall was seen relaxing in a bikini and sunglasses, while Jacob kept a more casual look with shorts and a baseball cap. There was no official relationship announcement. There was no red carpet confirmation. There was no carefully staged Instagram post declaring that they were a couple. And that may have been exactly why the images generated so much attention. The less Kendall and Jacob said, the more people wanted to know. Their rumored romance had already begun attracting attention after they were reportedly seen together around Coachella. As the sightings continued, fans started putting the pieces together: the Oscars weekend, Coachella, Hawaii, Los Angeles, and eventually other international trips. Suddenly, what looked like isolated celebrity encounters began to resemble a pattern. And then something happened that made the entire situation even more intriguing. Kendall and Jacob were seen with Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet. The 4 were photographed together in Los Angeles on May 16th, shortly after Kendall and Jacob's Hawaii trip. Jacob was reportedly behind the wheel, Kendall was seated beside him, while Kylie and Timothée were in the back. That image was enough to ignite a completely new wave of speculation. Because this was no longer simply a question about whether Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi were dating. Now fans were asking whether the 2 couples had become part of the same inner circle. Was this simply a night out between friends? Was it a double date? Or was Hollywood watching the formation of one of the most talked about celebrity friendships of the year? The photographs could not answer those questions. And neither Kendall nor Jacob publicly confirmed their relationship at the time. That silence became part of the story. Because celebrity culture has changed dramatically. In an era when major stars can reveal relationships through a single Instagram post, Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi appeared to be taking a completely different approach. They were seen together, but they did not explain themselves. They traveled, but they did not necessarily document each other. They appeared in the same places, but they left fans to interpret the clues. And Hawaii became one of the biggest clues of all. According to reports, the trip brought Kendall and Jacob closer, with one source describing their connection as becoming more serious than expected. Other entertainment reports followed the same general storyline, suggesting that Hawaii was an important moment in the development of their relationship. But here comes the first major pattern interrupt. Zoom out from the beach. Forget the palm trees. Forget the paparazzi images. Look at the timeline. Kylie Jenner's birthday is August 10th. Her 29th birthday celebrations in 2026 centered around a lavish Princess Kitty-themed event at her Beverly Hills home, not a Hawaii birthday celebration. Kylie shared photos from the glamorous party, which featured an all-pink aesthetic, elaborate cakes, celebrity guests, and members of her famous family. Kendall Jenner was there. But Timothée Chalamet was notably not seen at the birthday party, according to reports. And that detail immediately created another question. If Kylie and Timothee are still together, why was he not visibly part of the birthday celebration? The answer may be far less dramatic than social media speculation suggests. Reports indicate that Kylie and Timothee remain deeply committed to each other, but they are also known for maintaining a relatively private relationship. They have been together for more than 3 years, and recent reporting suggests that they are not rushing toward an engagement or a major public relationship milestone. That is important because fans often expect celebrity relationships to follow a predictable formula. Public appearances. Red carpets. Engagement rumors. Birthday posts. Romantic vacations. Eventually, a wedding. But Kylie and Timothee have repeatedly appeared to operate differently. Their relationship has attracted enormous attention precisely because they do not constantly give the public access. And perhaps that explains why a simple photograph of 4 celebrities can generate so much speculation. Kendall and Jacob represent a relationship that emerged through sightings and rumors. Kylie and Timothee represent a relationship that has survived intense public attention while remaining relatively private. Put those two dynamics together, and you have the perfect recipe for celebrity headlines. Now go back to Hawaii. The island getaway was significant, but not because it was Kylie's birthday. It was significant because it appeared to strengthen the growing connection between Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi. And once they returned from Hawaii, the two were seen with Kylie and Timothee in Los Angeles. That sequence created a storyline that almost writes itself. Kendall and Jacob travel together. Then they appear with Kylie and Timothee. The 4 are photographed in the same car. Fans immediately begin calling it a double date. Entertainment outlets begin tracking the relationship. Social media begins analyzing every gesture. And suddenly, 2 separate celebrity romances become one giant Hollywood conversation. But there is another layer. Kylie Jenner reportedly has a close relationship with Jacob Elordi through her connection to Timothée Chalamet. Reports have suggested that Kylie is supportive of Kendall and Jacob's growing relationship, and that the group gets along well. If true, that would make the situation much more straightforward than the internet sometimes makes it appear. Instead of rivalry or tension, it could simply be 2 sisters and their respective partners spending time together. A celebrity double date. A group vacation. A friendship. Nothing more complicated than that. But because the people involved are Kendall Jenner, Kylie Jenner, Jacob Elordi, and Timothée Chalamet, even a normal night out becomes global entertainment news. And this is where the story becomes bigger than one photograph. Kendall Jenner has historically been one of the more private members of the Kardashian-Jenner family when it comes to romance. While her career has unfolded in front of cameras, she has often avoided turning her relationships into constant public content. Jacob Elordi has also maintained a relatively guarded public image when it comes to his personal life. So when those two were repeatedly seen together, the lack of confirmation did not make the story disappear. It made the story grow. Fans watched every airport appearance, every restaurant sighting, every vacation, every photograph. every moment when Kendall and Jacob appeared in the same frame. And then the story moved beyond Hawaii. After their May trip, the pair were reportedly seen together in Tokyo, where local restaurant posts generated even more attention. Later, in June, Kendall and Jacob were spotted together in Byron Bay, Australia, around the time of Jacob's 29th birthday. Suddenly, the Hawaii trip no longer looked like an isolated getaway. It looked like one chapter in a much larger relationship timeline. But once again, there is a difference between what has been photographed and what has been officially confirmed. A photograph can show two people together. It cannot automatically prove what their relationship status is. A vacation can show closeness. It cannot tell the public what happens behind closed doors. A double date can suggest friendship or romance. It does not necessarily explain the private dynamics between four people. That distinction is especially important when talking about celebrity relationships. And yet, the fascination remains. Because fans are not only interested in who is dating whom. They want to know how the relationships fit together. Is Kendall really falling for Jacob? Are Kylie and Timothee still as strong as ever? Do the sisters spend time with both men together? Could Jacob Elordi become a permanent part of the Kardashian Jenner family circle? And could Timothée Chalamet and Jacob Elordi eventually become close friends outside of their relationships with Kendall and Kylie? Those are the questions driving the conversation. And there is one detail that makes the story even more interesting. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet have already faced years of intense public speculation about their future. Fans have repeatedly wondered whether an engagement could happen, especially after such a long relationship. But recent reports suggest that the couple is not rushing. They appear comfortable with their relationship as it is. That philosophy of privacy could also explain why Kylie's birthday did not become the huge romantic spectacle some fans expected. Instead, Kylie celebrated her 29th birthday with a playful Princess Kitty theme at her Beverly Hills home. The event was extravagant, colorful, and unmistakably Kylie. Pink outfits, feathered accessories, statement fashion, elaborate cakes, family members, famous friends, and millions of people watching from outside the party through social media. Kylie appeared to be fully in her element. But Timothee was not visibly part of the celebration. That does not automatically signal a problem. In fact, the most recent reporting suggests the opposite. Kylie and Timothee are reportedly happy and deeply committed, while continuing to protect the private side of their relationship. And that brings us to the real payoff. The headline may suggest a dramatic birthday trip to Hawaii involving all four stars. But the documented timeline tells a more nuanced story. Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi were photographed together in Hawaii in May. They later appeared with Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet in Los Angeles. Their connection continued to attract attention through subsequent trips and public sightings. Kylie Jenner then celebrated her 29th birthday in August with a glamorous party in Beverly Hills. So the most accurate version of the story is not that the four celebrities were confirmed together in Hawaii for Kylie's 29th birthday. It is that Hawaii became an important chapter in Kendall and Jacob's rapidly developing romance rumors, while their later appearance with Kylie and Timothee created the image of a Hollywood double-date dynamic. And perhaps that is even more interesting. Because the story is not about one birthday. It is about four celebrities whose personal lives have unexpectedly become connected. Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi have gone from speculation to repeated public sightings. Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet continue to maintain a high-profile relationship while keeping many details private. And somewhere in the middle, the two couples have been seen together, creating a new celebrity friendship circle that fans cannot stop watching. Think about how unusual that combination is. A supermodel, an international movie star, a billionaire beauty entrepreneur, and one of Hollywood's most recognizable actors. Four people who could easily avoid each other. And that is why every new sighting becomes a headline. Every vacation becomes a clue. Every birthday becomes a moment of speculation. Every airport appearance becomes a potential story. But perhaps the biggest lesson from this entire saga is that the most interesting celebrity stories are not always the ones with the biggest scandal. Sometimes the mystery is enough. Kendall and Jacob have not needed a dramatic announcement to dominate headlines. Kylie and Timothee have not needed a public engagement to remain one of the entertainment world's most discussed couples. And the four of them have not needed to officially label themselves a group to become one of Hollywood's most fascinating combinations. So when you see the next photo from Hawaii, Los Angeles, Tokyo, Byron Bay, or wherever these stars happen to appear next, remember the timeline. The Hawaii story happened in May. Kylie's 29th birthday happened in August. And the four-way connection came through separate moments that eventually began to overlap. That is the real story behind the headlines. And if Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi continue to grow closer, while Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet continue their famously private relationship, there is a very good chance that these four names will keep appearing in the same celebrity news cycle. The question now is not simply whether Kendall and Jacob are together. It is how serious their relationship has become. And the next question is whether Kylie and Timothee will continue to keep their future plans private, or whether eventually they will give fans the one thing they have been waiting for, a major public relationship milestone. For now, the evidence points toward two couples moving at their own pace. Kendall and Jacob remain one of the most closely watched rumored romances in Hollywood. Kylie and Timothee remain one of the entertainment industry's most talked about long-term couples. And the Hawaii getaway remains one of the moments that helped push Kendall and Jacob's relationship rumors into another level of attention. So, was Kylie Jenner's 29th birthday celebrated in Hawaii with Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, and Timothée Chalamet? Not according to the available reporting. But did Hawaii play a major role in the story surrounding Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi? Absolutely. And did their later appearance alongside Kylie Jenner and Timothée Chalamet make the celebrity world pay even closer attention? Without question. That is why this story continues to evolve. Because in Hollywood, sometimes the biggest headline is not the final answer. It is the question that remains unanswered. And right now, that question is simple. What happens next for Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi, and how much bigger will this celebrity circle become? If you enjoyed this update, make sure to like the video, subscribe for more celebrity news, and turn on notifications so you do not miss the next major update on Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, Kylie Jenner, and Timothée Chalamet. And most importantly, let us know in the comments, do you think Kendall and Jacob are becoming Hollywood's next power couple, or are fans reading too much into the sightings? Because if the past few months are any indication, this story may be far from over. The story behind Kendall Jenner, Jacob Elordi, Kylie Jenner, and Timothée Chalamet continues. The more people look at the timeline, the more fascinating this Hollywood story becomes. Because what initially appeared to be a simple celebrity sighting has evolved into a much bigger conversation about privacy, romance, friendship, and the strange way Hollywood relationships are followed by millions of people around the world. Kendall Jenner and Jacob Elordi have never needed to make a dramatic announcement to become one of the most talked about rumored couples. Their story has unfolded through photographs, public appearances, vacations, and the occasional moment that sends social media into overdrive. And that is exactly why their Hawaii getaway attracted so much attention. The setting was almost perfect for a Hollywood romance story. A tropical island. A famous supermodel. A rising movie star. Privacy. Sunshine. And two people who appeared comfortable spending time together away from the chaos of Los Angeles. But the real intrigue was not simply that Kendall and Jacob were in Hawaii. It was what